Here are 2 ways to lace Adidas Campus they slip straight on, including loose lacing and bar lacing. Timestamps for each are down below. Let's get started. Here's how to loose lace Adidas Campus. Start by taking a lace, and we're going to feed each lace end down into the 2 very bottom eyelets on either side from above, if that makes sense. So just take your lace end and feed it down into that bottom eyelet a little bit. Pop it out the way before you pull it all the way through. Smooth your lace out, swap to the other one, and we're just going to feed that lace end down into the very bottom eyelet on the other side. Pull it through a bit. And here's a cool little trick you can do to make sure your laces come out even. Hold your 2 lace ends together like this, grab your sneakers, and just slowly pull that lace through, making sure there's no twists until it's through, and your laces will come out of equal length on either side. If yours haven't, don't worry about it. Just pause the video, make sure they're even before we carry on with our pattern. Awesome. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace. We're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the next eyelet up on this side from above. So just taking that lace end down into there, pulling it through slowly to avoid any little twists, because they happen. Swap to the other lace, and we're going to do the same on this side. Bring it over and down into the next empty eyelet here from above. Just taking our time and pulling that through slow. So we want this to look really fresh and crisp. Looking nice. Now we're going to repeat that by keeping a hold of this lace, bringing it over and down into the next empty eyelet on this side. Looking good. Pull that through slowly. And swap to the other one. Bring it over and down into the next empty eyelet on this side. Like that. Now, if you have any little twists or turns in your laces, that's totally normal. Just pause the video and make sure you have them looking really straight like mine. And if you need a little bit more time, you can play the video on a half speed or pause as much as you need as we go. It's totally up to you and there's no rush. Great, so we're going to keep a hold of this lace and carry on this pattern. Bring it over, down into the next empty eyelet on this side. Looking good. Swap to the other one, bring it over and down to the next empty eyelet on this side. Just keeping that really smooth looking as we're doing this pattern. Now at this stage we've reached the little tongue loop here, and on the loose lacing we don't use the tongue loop. On the standard lacing we do. So I have a video on the standard lacing on the channel, but for the loose lacing pattern we don't use this. So if you're wondering, that's why. Bring it over and skipping that tongue loop. Instead we're just going to keep going as we have, taking that lace end down into the next empty eyelet. Swap to the other one, take it over, down to the next empty eyelet on this side. Looking really good. Let's do that one more time. Keep a hold of this lace, bring it over, down to the next empty eyelet. Looking nice. Swap to the other one, bring it over, down to the next empty eyelet. Looking good. Now, we've reached the top eyelets on the sneakers. You might have more or less eyelets than me, depending on your shoe size. But once you reach the very top one, we're going to do something a little bit different here. We're going to keep a hold of this lace on this side. We're going to bring it over and we're going to go up into that final eyelet from underneath this time for the loose lace pattern. So make sure you bring that lace end through the eyelet from underneath like that. And you want to pull it out around about that much. Don't worry about this excess lace. Instead, just swap to your other lace. Do the same on this side. Bring the lace end up through the final eyelet from underneath, like this. Pulling it through around about this much. Then with this excess lace, we're going to make sure it doesn't cover up the logo. And instead, we're literally just going to take that and tuck it behind the sneaker tongue like this, so it sits out the way. And those excess laces will just sit on top of your foot when you slip your foot in and out, and it won't bother your feet at all. And you'll have a really crisp looking pattern. Repeat on your other sneaker and you'll have an awesome pair of loose lace Adidas Campus. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have tons of videos available to inspire you guys. Thanks so much. Here's how to bar lace Adidas Campus. Start by taking a hold of your lace, and we're going to bring each lace end down into the two very bottom eyelets on either side. And we're going to take that lace end down into it from above like this, if that makes sense. Pull it through a little bit, but not all the way. And then swap to the other one, smooth it out, and bring that lace end down into the bottom eyelet on this side from above. Pull it through a little bit. But before you pull everything through, bring your two lace ends together like this, pinch them, hold your sneaker, and slowly just pull that lace through. And what that'll mean is your laces will come out of equal length on either side for our pattern. If yours haven't, don't worry about it, just pause the video and make sure they're even before we carry on. There's no rush. Then keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to find the third eyelet up from the bottom on this side here, and we're going to bring that lace end up through that eyelet from underneath, just like this. So bringing it up through that third eyelet from underneath like this. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the third eyelet on this side from above like that. Pull it through and you'll see this bar pattern starting to form. Then we're going to swap back to the other lace, and we're going to use it to fill in these two empty eyelets here to make another bar. So we're going to bring this lace end up through this empty eyelet from underneath. Pull it through. Then we're going to bring it over and create another bar by taking it down into this eyelet from above. So feed your lace end down into that one from above. Wiggle it through. Pull it through slowly to make sure we don't get any twists. And there you have it, another bar. Now you can play this video on a half speed or pause. Just do what you need to do to go at your own pace because there's no rush at all. Great, now we're going to keep a hold of this lace. Just feed it underneath this bar here so that it has full range to move for the rest of the pattern. And we're going to repeat that pattern. We're going to skip an eyelet and instead we're going to focus on the one just above that and bring the lace up through that from underneath like this, making sure to leave one empty. Then we're going to take it over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side to create a nice bar. Awesome. Then we're going to do the same as we did before. We're going to swap back to this lace and we're going to use it to fill in these empty eyelets. Take this lace end up through this eyelet from underneath. Pull it through, looking good. Smooth it out, bring it over and down into this eyelet on this side. Looking nice. Then take it under there so it has room to move. And then what we're going to do is just make it so we have one more bar so that we're not covering up our logo. And the way we're going to do this is bring the lace end up through the very next eyelet, so no skipping this time, and we're bringing it up through that from underneath, like that. Move this lace over there. Bring this lace over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side to make another bar. And then we'll have two laces on this side. What you can do is just go ahead and tie them in a little knot so the pattern doesn't come loose, and just tuck that down inside your sneakers. And it will mean you'll be able to slip your sneaker on and off without the need for tying each time, and your foot should just go straight in there. Repeat on your other sneaker and you'll have an awesome pair of bar lace Adidas Campus. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have loads of videos available to inspire you guys. Thanks a lot.